Hi, my name is SegWit2x, and in this episode of What to Hodl, I want to talk about the upcoming SegWit2x hard fork. Right now, everyone is still waiting for the Bitcoin Gold update, and I have covered that in a previous video. So in this one, I want to make it as short as possible and give you the basics about SegWit2x. Firstly, what it is planning to change in the Bitcoin network. Basically, the main change is that it will change the block size. A block is created every 10 minutes and it contains all the transactions in the Bitcoin network. So right now it is at 1 megabyte and they want to change it to 2 megabytes. So this proposal was two-sided. The first side was to activate SegWit, which was activated around August, and SegWit by itself should have solved most of the Bitcoin problems of its scalability because it changes the code and how transactions are stored in the block. But the problem is not everyone has updated the software for Bitcoin and it's not in full effect, and the changes that should have led to lower fees in the Bitcoin network aren't yet being seen. And thus, the supporters of the double block size of 2 megabytes are pushing it and saying this will now lower the fees when the block size is bigger. Now, do we need a bigger block size? It is definitely a debate. It's not really clear for sure. Earlier this summer, there was a lot of spam in the Bitcoin network, and there was basically all the blocks were spammed with transactions that were very little, and all that led to very high fees. I think the fees were even closing to $10 per transaction, which was just crazy. Right now they are at around $2 because the spam has stopped. And overall it's a debate, but this is what it is planning to do to make the block size double the size. So right now there is a support of 83% from the miners for this SegWit2x, which will be in November. I think it's somewhere in the middle. It's not even clear for the exact date. It's clear for the Bitcoin Gold. It's on October 25th, but SegWit2x is somewhere at the end or in the middle of November. You will definitely find the exact date when it's closer to being accepted. So what you need to know is that there will probably be a hard fork again, because there isn't a 100% support for this, and some miners will be still mining the old Bitcoin, some will be doing the SegWit2x. So when that happens, when the split happens, you should not make any transactions. You should be holding your Bitcoin in your wallets, and you should wait for new articles, new tutorials how to split your Bitcoins. And you will actually see in the market which proposal, which hard fork, which coin will be the dominant one. Is it going to be the SegWit2x, or is it going to be the previous Bitcoin? So they will be basically identical with just one change of a bigger block, and this means all the transactions, they will be like clumped together. If you're sending your Bitcoin somewhere, you will also be sending your SegWit coin as well. So you will need to do a splitting of that. So be very careful. Hold your Bitcoins in your wallets that are that have a lot of support from the community, and also just make sure that they will be supporting all these actions. So you should make a little bit of research of your own. There's plenty of wallets, some might support it, some might not. So it's better to be on the ones that will be supporting and will make it very easy to split your coins and once we know in the market which coin has the most support, you can then sell the other one. So this is basically it. There is plenty of debates that I don't want to get into. It's all speculation. We'll see once the split happens, but before the split, be very careful with your bitcoins because you might lose them. Also on this website, which is coin.dance, there's plenty of interesting info. Here we can see the global Bitcoin political support and public opinion. Right now there's two proposals, the SegWit2x, which I'm talking about, and there's another one which is quite new to me. So here you can see a whole list of companies who are supporting these different proposals, and in this case we want SegWit2x. And if we do a quick search for Coinbase, a very popular exchange site, it will be supporting it. I'm not sure if you can see Kraken over here. Kraken is unknown. It is an exchange that I like to use the most. How about Bitfinex? Bitfinex is neutral on this one, so they will go either way. They're not really supporting any side. How about Binance? A popular Chinese exchange. It's not even on here. But here you can see that there's some yeses, some no's, so there's no really a clear support, and right now 21% is for and 80% are against. So this is basically it for the SegWit2x. In my opinion, I'm guessing the SegWit2x and the bigger block isn't really necessary. It's kind of a rushed thing. I'm guessing SegWit was enough, and we should actually wait for everyone to adopt it, to adopt the cleaner Bitcoin code, and see if that lowers the fees or not. Once we know the full effect of SegWit, then maybe we should go to the second part of the agreement and make the blocks 2 times bigger. It might be an issue for full node operators because the size of the block will be double, and the increase in storage space will be exponentially higher. So there will be a need for more and more space as more transactions occur and more blocks are written to the blockchain. So this is it for this video. If you have any more questions, make sure to leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them. And this is it for this video, and I will see you in a next one.